Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa rasulullah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in ma ba'd. We're going to focus on how the Salafiyah, they change the works of the scholars of Islam. And this comes in many ways. Firstly, of the worst things they can do, they actually just omit what they don't like, which is obviously really deceiving because especially they would print the best editions of books because of the oil money, the many resources that they had, contrary to the way of Ahl Sunnah, in which we tend to be fuqara. Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase us and make it easy. So they would actually just omit passages. Right, so look at the deception, the lies. Another thing is this could be worse, where they actually have the book there, right, and they actually just change it, right? So something they don't like, not only they won't omit it, they would actually just change it, the wording, even if it's slightly, but it just changes the meaning completely to tajseem, for example, or some type of bid'ah that they believe in. So. And it's maybe even at times you'll find a combination, omitting something and changing. Right? So you have the best of both worlds, based on, their way. Something else to note, well, this is probably of the least, actually. This is probably your best bet, where they have their footnotes. And the problem is you'll have like 100 footnotes, because they have a problem with the tradition, the way of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, the 4 schools, 3 schools, the way of Tasawwuf. So it's footnote after footnote after footnote. قال الشيخ الإسلام ابن تيمية, قال الشيخ الإسلام ابن تيمية, قال ابن عبد الوهاب, قال ابن القيم. Right, so they just keep giving you footnote after footnote, or they'll quote the Salaf out of context, right, which they love to do. The Sahih al-Hadith wa madhabi, right, how the Salaf talked about kalam, and all these things that they take out of context and they have no understanding of, right? Or they make like the Sunnis mujassima, for example, and so on. So this is probably your best bet, right? That they didn't omit or change. They just annoy you with 100 Salafi footnotes, and pretty much the footnotes are longer than the metin itself. And now, from another perspective, is the translation. So obviously, considering the things we just took, those 3 things, which is omitting, changing, and then the footnotes, right? Imagine maybe a combination of those 3. A'udhu billah, may Allah make it easy. But now you have the translation, and this is, you're just going to find a lot of things. Because translations are already deficient, right? Because even the best translation is not going to really give you what you need all the way. So imagine if you have this Salafi like understanding, affirming literal body parts and limbs and all these things, right? Or the different things that they do. But this goes back to adding to the metin, for example, or to the wording, right? So again, it's just deception, it's lies, and they had the oil money, they had the resources, and they spread this all around the world to every continent, pretty much, to every country, and people have been affected by it, but they don't know. Because imagine you're reading that, and something has been omitted, right? Or something has been changed, right? And you're reading these footnotes. You're like, okay, these footnotes are going to help guide me in this understanding. Or you're just reading a translation, right? But the translation is by a Salafi, right? That lacks the correct understanding. So beware, right? That's why you study with the Sunni scholars, right? And this will help you differentiate between what they say and the correct way. Right, and we have the preserved books and the preserved tradition, right? But definitely beware, right? Alhamdulillah, their influence is dying out slowly, but we still see it kind of lingering in the background. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the success in this world and the hereafter. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.